Man in me would do nearly any task. As for compensation, that's a little he can ask. Takes a woman like your kind to find the man in me. Oh, what a wonderful feeling. Just to know that you are near. Oh, it sets my heart reeling from my toes up to my ear. Man in me would do nearly any task. As for compensation, that's a little he should ask. Takes a woman like your kind to find a man in me. But oh, what a wonderful feeling just to know that you are here. Oh, it sets my mind reeling down from my toes up to my ears. I'll try again in a second, Edgeworth. There he is. Woohoo!
How's it
Hello.
going?
Hello, hi. Hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you? Hello, Edgeworth.
Yeah.
Hi, Ron.
Just really, really hot, and it's really the heat wave is gone on, and it's I'm in a really very tired and hot. But you're in a nice place to paint and work. Yeah.
I don't know. I got that Celsius converter in the brain. What's your temperature today?
Oh, it's 34. Was it today?
Probably.
Yeah, 34. Which
Oh,
is
that's
oh no,
crazy.
I know.
What?
Don't tell
Emma
me.
doesn't like the heat.
I don't. We're not like this. It's a bit scary. It's global warming, and it's just going. It's what everyone said would happen is happening, and
No, come on. Those climate scientists have been getting it wrong for 50 years.
No, they is what's what is now and in fact I think it's happening 10 years earlier than they thought it would.
It looks bad.
Yeah,
Well, it's
10 years
34
earlier.
degrees.
The ice caps are supposed to have melted by now.
Well, a lot of them have. But the point I'm trying to say is that so it's and Edgeworth's father is going to France, just near Paris tomorrow. So what it's like out over there, it's even hotter. It's about 46 degrees. It's really, really. I think the grape harvest has failed in some places in France. As we're reading, it's awful. But
Who's going to France? Who's going to France tomorrow?
Father, Edgeworth's dad. He's going to France tomorrow, isn't he? Yeah. So it's
That's going to be a hot travel for sure.
going into the sun. Yeah, going. So
what part of France does he go to?
Marseille, which is a little village not too far from Paris.
Yeah, so 34 degrees and Muswell Hill would be. I'm going to do my Celsius conversion to Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
68. Take 10% of that. Let's say 7 degrees. Subtract it from 68. That's 61. Add 32. It's 93 degrees. It's way too hot. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really way too hot.
I like the heat.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite to Emma.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's just too hot. I wanted to get on with this painting today, and it's just that I can't really concentrate in this. My brain fogs up in this heat, so I just thought I'd paint these flowers, and I've got this nice watercolour paint and nice paper, so I'll just paint these flowers and get quite sort of splashing experimental with it. And if it's not very precise type of painting work where you have to really concentrate because my brain can't cope.
Right.
cope with it
Wear
really.
a wet rag on your head, like a.
Yes, I know. I have I was saying to Edgeworth, I have a a cold water bottle. You know, I sort of I have them on production in the freezer, and I just take them out and keep them going round.
Put it right here.
Yes, yeah.
The cold. We talked about that last week. Keeps you nice and cool.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Yeah, just to sort of press it against in that your pulse or something. Yeah, that cools it down a bit. Yeah, so
Got
yeah,
hot tea.
yeah.
I'll warm myself up. So what's going on with you, Edgeworth? How you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, Charles came round the other day and we did a load of Johnstone paintings. Well, actually, we did 2. So he gave me 7 that he started. I thought I'd finished them all, but he wanted to do some more work on a couple of them. And then he did the first one by himself. And then the second one, we both painted consecutively on the canvas. And I've put the live videos for these, because I recorded the whole thing. It's about an hour and a half's worth of video, chopped up into 20-minute videos. And it starts off where there's not a lot of talking, but then if you watch through the video enough, Charles starts talking a lot. And and yeah, the microphone hardly recorded any volume, so I had to go into Audacity and boost the volume up.
Okay.
So the audio quality is terrible, but you can hear what he's saying, and there's some quite valuable content. And I think it's the only footage we talked about this in a video. I think it's the only footage there is of Charles painting.
Of him painting what?
Painting. Actually, I've just realised I did another video of Charles about 15 years ago where he was painting. But
we have him last year. Me, you, and him did John Ron
John
Throop.
Ron Thumbs as well. Yes.
Yeah.
No, so apart from all the footage I've taken of him, I don't think there is any footage of Charles painting.
He's in a full-length feature documentary painting.
What, your one?
Yeah, I watched that.
We forgot all that. We must have forgotten all that.
Yeah,
You're so busy. I watched part of your video of you. You guys were talking about. I'll get back to it for sure, but you were talking about one of the paintings looking like should it go vertical or horizontal? And it was a tree. It looked like a tree both ways to me, but yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's the beginning of the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, what else is happening? I've redone the signage for Camden. I'm not going to go this weekend because of the heat wave, so it's 3 consecutive weekends in a row that I won't have done Camden.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's too hot.
It's too crowded.
It's too hot
as well. It's too crowded.
People don't. When it's that hot, people don't stop very often.
They just keep going, looking for shade.
They just want to get out of the sun.
Yeah, you just want to walk. You know, I'm walking. I'm just going to keep walking tonight. You don't want to stop. You can't linger around and stop and drift around in this weather at all.
But
it's too hot.
I think it's a good thing because I was cash flow is what I need to sort out. Cash flow. That's the next, because I'm doing lots of things, but I'm not doing them in the right order. Like I joked with Charles yesterday. It's like that Morecambe Wise sketch where he's playing the piano and Andre Previn is watching him and he goes, "You're playing all the wrong notes." He goes, I'm playing all the right notes, just not in the right order.
So that's cash flow. So
how you're doing it.
The next note in our song has to be cash flow, because if free art frees art doesn't generate any money, then it doesn't work. It has to generate money.
Yeah. I thought Emma was rich. Aren't you rich, Emma?
No.
Well, we have to assume we got 0, because there's no point. Let's say, for example, we were rich. Then free art frees art just means that we have loads of money, we paint in our spare time. We need to offer a solution to people who need money. And that means we have to have Free Art Frees Art be a self-funding thing, not
Yes.
just a load of hot air that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it does sound nice. It's a lot of
Yeah.
sacrifice until it brings money. I had somebody on the internet, one of my social media posts, want one of my paintings, and they said, "How much?" And this is this week, and I said, "A video, a 1 to 2 minute video," and she laughed pretty much. However, you can do that in a social media comment, but said, "Can I give you something?" And I said, "Like an air sandwich, can I give you food or something like that?" And so I've got to somehow, we got to, like, when somebody says, can I pay for this? Like they're asking to pay for it. I should be able to say, yeah, you can give me some money. That's silly. I'm giving it away, but if you want to throw me a bone, that's a donation.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's right.
Good.
I mean,
what you can afford. Yes.
Everyone pays.
Right.
Advertism allows the artist to get paid without getting paid.
Right.
So they are paying with an interview, and then it's my job to make some money from that interview. But as long as they give me the interview, they've paid. So you're right. They should be able to give you something of value for your painting.
My favorite author, he wrote a little book called the Plight of the Creative Artist in the United States of America, and he wrote it in the 40s, during the war, and it started off as like an essay, a call to help in a local magazine in Paris, or not Paris, somewhere in the U.S., but in England at the time also. And he got a huge response. He asked for corduroys. He asked for olive oil. He asked for things that he needed. And people in America sent them to him. They couldn't because of the war effort here, across this ocean. But so he got his needs taken care of because he truly was just living hand to mouth. And he said, I send me watercolors. He was a watercolor painter when he wasn't writing. I like to do watercolors in my spare time, and and it worked. It worked for a while.
Yeah,
that's good. I mean, I feel like that about Oxfam. I can get a lot of nice stuff, like the sketchbook, a nice sketchbook from Oxfam for about a couple of quid, and I can get paints from Oxfam and clothes as well. And that's quite good. So second hand is a good. You get to a lot of stuff. That's good. Yeah. So that's one way of doing it. Yeah. How did he pay his rent? I mean, how did he work?
Yeah, it's good. He lived in Big Sur, California, and he didn't pay his rent. He was like, this is Henry Miller. You've heard of him. You must have heard of him.
Yes.
Okay. He got it from a woman rent free. It was her little cabin. It was truly just a cabin, off the grid, no electricity. And he lived there for 13 years, and right on the cliffside. I mean, it couldn't. He was like famous enough where he had no money, but he had a lot of underground support.
Yes.
I mean, Hollywood actors would drive up on a weekend to come see him and bring him cheeses, and because he had the fame but not the money. It would be somebody like Black Francis without money. Everybody wants to get to know Black Francis, and they'll bring him cheese. Yeah.
That's
right.
I
But
bought
even
him
like
Eric Satie painting.
Say it again.
I brought Black Francis a painting of Eric Satie.
That's right.
My cheese. Yeah.
Right.
But
That'll go.
We have the internet. We've got an ATM waiting to pump money into our account, but we just got to figure out how to configure ourselves online. So
One billionaire.
What I did yesterday, I've turned my blog into a funnel that really directs people immediately to my eBay and Etsy shops. So anyone who goes to any page on my website, even if it's about music, Camden Market Free Art Man, freeartfreesart.com, down the side panel is all eBay and Etsy listings, and the front page of my blog, the homepage, is all thumbnails of paintings they can buy, plus the link to donate via PayPal, the PayPal donation button. So nice. I'm hoping that when I do get to Camden, because a lot of people use my QR codes and go straight to our website to have a look at about what it is. So I'm hoping that if I can make that more effective, and also I started selling to Europe on Etsy, not just the UK and eBay. So just make that more easy to spend money in. That hopefully when I do a day at Camden, I'll come home and I might sell 2 or 3 paintings, hopefully, as a result of that day at Camden. So, that's what I'm thinking, cash flow. How to convert all this attention into actual money. Otherwise, it just evaporates and you never see it again.
And what do you think? What do you think if I had to ask you to do a introduction video for your website and asking just what you need? You're like free art, free. This is what I do. Free art, freeze art. But I can't be completely free, otherwise I can't do it. So, do you say that? Do you tell everyone that in some fashion,
No,
so they know? Because otherwise they assume.
No,
People
I
assume.
don't say it like, "Please help me. I'm a charity."
Right.
It's a shop offering something that they want. I don't want people to give me money because they want to support the cause or they feel sorry for me.
No,
I
I know.
want them to give me money because they want the painting and it's really cheap.
So that's the key, is you want to find venues and people and places that have money to spend and want things. And it's hard when it's just in the ether, when it's just in the air, to pull those people out of the air, to convince them that you have something that they want. So it's almost like you have to find people who want that kind of thing. I mean, almost like,
make myself more valuable. That's what I think I need to do. I don't think if I stay as I am now and I try to find people who want to give me money as I am now, that's not gonna work. I think what I need to do is understand what people want and say, this is what people want to spend money on. Do I have any of that? And if I do have any of that, how do I make it easy for them to get? And I think that all 3 of us, without even trying to specifically, do have work that, I like your work, I like Emma's work, I like my own work. If I like it, there must be loads of other people out there, because I'm not particularly, I'm quite an ordinary person. So it's just making it so that if I see a Ron Throop painting that I like that. How much is it? Oh, I can have that. When will it get here? Oh, in 3 days' time. How do I buy it? Oh, I only have to go into. If it's easy and available, I think that's on us to do. And I think I might be a bit over optimistic, but I think that if we do that, it will work. That's what I think.
Do you remember the first week that you and On was with you? It was last year, and you got on eBay or PayPal or whatever, and you had a really good week. Do you remember that week?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Well, you said you still got $300, $400 in 1 week from just starting to put your paintings up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, whoop, like, why? What? It seemed like the momentum was there immediately, and then it just.
I should know the answer to that, but I don't. I don't really. I vaguely remember that, but not really. But see, if I was more switched on, I would have asked myself at the time, what did we do wrong this week that we didn't do wrong last week?
Right.
Because nothing would have radically changed from my point of view. My art didn't change that week. So what were we doing? Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember. But I'm going to try, when I go out, it's just try different things and learn from your mistakes and reinforce the things that work and try and fix the things that don't. And hopefully, eventually we'll get there.
Become infamous.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yes.
It certainly would.
If you do it right.
If you can't be famous, be infamous instead. That's why I'm looking at it. Yeah.
In the U.S., if a cop shoots somebody dead in the street, he gets a GoFundMe and he gets $1 million the next day from all the people all the gun toters in the United States. So it's like, just do anything infamous, whatever. Throw a rock through a window and.
Oh, yeah. So,
Starmer, Farmer, Harmer. When you were doing that, you could have become infamous doing that, and then people would have gone to your website.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
I've made a lot of changes to my website and to the display, and also today I was working on the off-grid life claymation series,
Yeah.
and the oil transfer drawings, I think, have the potential to be as popular as the blonde cards, but I think there'll be better advertising because the blonde cards are so small. When they put them on the wall, you don't. They're not much of an advert.
Yeah.
Whereas I think these off-grid life ones, I think they look really good, and I think people at Camden will
I think
like
so
them.
too.
And I can churn them out quicker than the blonde cards. So I think that change, if I can get the oil transfer drawings as popular as the blonde cards, I can do my signage so that people stop and photograph me as much as they do Alan and Zombie, and I can funnel everyone to my eBay and Etsy shop. Those three changes, I think will solve the cash flow problem, or at least get the ball rolling. At least
And
that'll be
anybody who's
the
watching our
direction.
video, why don't you just go over to Edgeworth's site at edgeworth.blog, and it'll direct you to his PayPal or to his eBay
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Etsy.
HTTPS semicolon / edgeworth.blog.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, go spend some
And
money.
it's a blog that has more information on it than, I don't know, a municipality's
Wikipedia.
website or something. It's loaded.
What
Emma, you
about
went to the
you, Ron?
Strawberry Festival a few weeks ago.
Oh, how did the festival go?
That's what I wanted to ask you, what the Strawberry Festival was like.
Strawberry.
Oh, the Strawberry Field. That was back in the first week in June. So
And there
that
was
was,
music. They had
yeah,
music there.
music bands. Yeah, that was. Well, they absolutely chucked it down with rain the whole time. I mean, there was
That's
one.
right.
But I mean, now I would be that would be a godsend, at the moment. But yeah, it was. So there were stores selling jewellery and things, and clothes, and loads and loads of food stalls, and it let off and then chucked it. But people dancing in the rain and enjoying themselves. I mean,
I,
what I
I
thought was because of the weather, people would go. It would give little indie bands and sort of stand up poetry a bit of a chance because people go into the tents and listen to those people rather than the sort of main stages. But they were all outside the main stage dancing, and they didn't mind the rain at all. So I had my umbrella and doing a bit of dancing with my umbrella up as well. But yeah, that was good. But how did the fair with you go? Because you went to
it
one.
was a long drive. It was about
Yes.
32 degrees, 33 degrees the whole weekend.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Very humid. And
Yeah.
and I have lots to say about it, but I'm just going to keep it brief. Um, we get there, and my daughter's waiting for us, and she set up a tent there to hold a campsite. But there's no campsites; it's just a
Yeah.
forest, and
Yes.
everybody assumes you're going to get about 20 square feet, about 400 square feet per
Yeah.
person. And as soon as we pull in, the people next to us, this huge camp of people, they had to have like 5 or 6 of these sites, and they
Yes.
say, just want to let you know it's going to be really loud. We're going to be really loud tonight. We make a lot of noise. We stay up all night, and
Yeah.
but there was nowhere else to go because the place is
Mhm.
completely
Yeah.
packed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Rose sets up the tent in the incredible heat. I take the little grandchildren swimming in
Yeah.
a pond, but I'm just drenched in sweat for 3 days, and
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
and they didn't lie. I did not sleep more than 1 hour for 35 hours. Then
Oh.
the
Yeah.
next night, I didn't sleep 2 hours if I was lucky because they started to play music
Oh.
when the sun came up, like
Oh.
loud, like with a
Yes.
bunch of
Yes.
people. And
Yeah.
I just sat there like Buddha in the tent, just like, you know, but
Yeah.
but not like Buddha because I was fuming. Anyway, but it was a great time. I did learn a lot about music festivals because I didn't know much. It was, first of all,
Yeah.
packed. They don't pay the musicians, talking about getting paid. They do pay them, but a, truly a pittance. And
Yes. Yeah.
and in this particular festival, they charge $380 for the weekend, not to camp, just to go to the festival, right? For a
Wow.
3 day pass. Um,
Yes.
and my daughter's boyfriend Matt, he has a band. He's very very good, and I enjoy his music very much. And because he's new this year, he had to play for free so they could test him to see if he's good for next year for free.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Is he passed the test? Is he going to be playing next year? You reckon?
oh, he will. He's got to be. He was. They were. Excuse
Yeah,
me. They were really good. They brought a crowd.
yeah,
It was. It was. Yeah. And I saw other people who were other bands that were trying out, and yeah, no. And then they have the headliners, and it was.
yeah,
It was a good time. It was definitely
yeah,
thinking outside the box, and I realized I got to do more fun things like that. So when I was
yeah,
thinking of you at the Strawberry Festival, going,
yeah,
dancing. I danced with like a lunatic. I wish I had it on video. I mean,
yeah.
and I was completely sober the whole time with the grandkids.
I wasn't, but then again, yeah. But I know what you mean. It's good to dance, and it's a good time, and
Oh,
yeah,
just
it
yeah,
was.
just keep get feeds on itself when you're dancing. I used to watch Edgeworth dancing in Thailand.
Yeah,
Oh yes, did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
I might start a dance school.
Oh, dance school in
Yeah,
Thailand.
teach
Yeah,
them some Edgeworth moves.
yes, yes.
Speaking of speaking of that, Thailand. If you don't mind me asking you, I read about one of your posts was talking about how On might be coming now instead of
That's right. Although we've changed that plan today, but
okay.
the plan was, she was going to come here and help me be my assistant, although not in a official work capacity. But then the whole thing with Iran kicked off, the war, and I said to On, hang on getting the visa because flight prices they were down to about 25,000 baht. Now they were about 80,000. I said flight prices are going to go up now because the war's kicked off again. So I sent her money to get a visa. Now this is what I think. What I said to her now was, let's assume this war is going to carry on now because they've tried to negotiate peace. It isn't working. They started fighting. This could just go on and on.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm probably going to go to Thailand October, November time. So why spend potentially 80,000 baht, which is £2,000, just for the sake when I'm going to see you in 3 months anyway? And
Right. Okay.
her mum needs a motorbike as well. Her mum's friend is having to take her to work on her friend's. So I said, we can get your mum a motorbike with the money I gave you for the visa.
Okay.
You stay put for 3 months. Maybe get yourself a little job, in a convenience store or something, just so you've got a bit of money, something to do, and we won't waste the money. Keep
Good.
the money. So it means I've lost my assistant.
Yep. You lost your assistant. Well,
Yeah,
you'll lose
but
some weight working twice as hard.
yeah, that's it. I need to lose some weight. So, how are you getting on with your 3 a day? Your 3 paintings a day?
Well, I went away for 3 days, right? So
Yeah.
and I was down 2 paintings that week.
Yeah.
So I missed the 3 days and plus 2 paintings. So this week I've made them all up and I'm right back on track right now
Oh,
today.
that's good.
Wow.
Very good.
So
Yeah.
I had to make 15 paintings in the last 3 days. So now,
Yeah.
or sorry, 18 paintings in the last 3 days, and I did it. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That's
So-
good.
Do you have the Duracell bunny in America?
yes.
His battery advert.
That's
Yeah.
you, Ron.
Yeah.
Wow, you're joking. You're setting up 3 right there at night after all the work you do during the
I
day.
did 4 days. I did 4 days, and on the 5th day, because I do them at night. And on the 5th day, I finished watching Death in Paradise with my dad, and I was falling asleep. And I had to go to Billy's the next day.
Right.
And I said, I just don't have time for this. So I went to bed and I lost it. Yeah, I went out.
Well, I'm determined because it actually gives me. I want to try at least 1,000. I want to do 1 year's worth of this
Yeah.
because I'll get over 1,000 paintings, and I want to see. Here's my most recent right here. Can you see that?
Oh.
Yeah, brilliant. That's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
That's
But
good.
so I'm. It keeps me focused, and I can get it 3 done before noon. So
Yes.
I'm up at 5 in the morning, and
Yeah.
when I say it's not like I'm constantly painting, I have to feed the cat, talk with Rose before she goes to work, things like that. Life is going on while I'm working. And
Yeah.
then, but I figure about an hour and a half of painting.
Yeah.
That's Mike. Because I was filming the painting of them, and it's between half an hour and an hour. I think an hour and a half. One of them one day took an hour and a half to get 3 done.
Yeah.
Well, that's 3 paintings. Sometimes I could do the painting just comes off in a half an hour, and
Yeah.
sometimes when I start to get a little nitpicky, and start to get like being able to render like Emma, then it
Yeah.
takes more. Then it
Yeah.
takes longer.
I keep looking at this and I need to get on with it, but it's going to be quite precise, nitpicky, concentrated type work, and I just I can't do it. It's like the fugues. This is so
Because of the
awful.
heat.
Yeah, with the heat and everything, the fugues. I've just got my brain can't cope with it. I can only splashing up paint around and doing these but I'm letting the paint and the watercolor paint run and messy, and it doesn't matter if it's messy. I just want to get on painting flowers, and I just feel I'm a bit. It's the heat. It's frightening because it's this heat wave thing. It's a bit scary. So it's nice to just paint flowers. It's reassuring myself a bit, and I can just have my own space to do it. And I'm putting the curtains, and so I can't get quite the same amount of light anyway because
Right, because the curtains, right?
yeah, because I want it because you can't let the heat in. So I open the door a crack, the windows are cracked, the sort of window door frame things are crack, and then I pull the curtains over it to let the air through. But I've got to say, it's quite nice light. It's nice light to work by.
You have a nice apartment.
Yes, it's a
Yeah,
nice
she
apartment.
does.
I do have a nice
Yeah.
apartment, so it's quite nice light to work by, but it's not something I can do like serious painting with. So it's sort of just splashing around and stuff at the moment.
Rose thanks me not every day, but in the summertime, every other day, she thanks me for about 5 years ago. I had air conditioning put in the house.
Yeah.
Mm.
I convinced her to spend the money, and it literally makes
You do need it. You do
all the
need it.
difference.
Yeah, it
But we
does.
used to just die in the summer, and now it's like,
You wouldn't be able to. Believe me, but I can't really work because I don't have air conditioning in my place. I
Oh, I
don't.
know. I wouldn't be able to. Well, I'm in the basement, and there's no air conditioning
Yeah.
down here, so it's
Yeah.
it's definitely livable here for sure.
Yeah. But
But
it really I couldn't. The heat is too hot to concentrate, and I can't really go with some sort of serious painting at the moment. I can only splash about
well,
and do flowers, but it's enjoyable. I enjoy doing it, so that's the thing. And yeah, I do about 2 or 3 days, so that's quite good. So
you're doing 3 a day without even
well, I'm
trying.
doing 2 a day.
Oh, 2 a day, right.
Really, actually. But yeah, I did do 3 at one point. Yeah, 3 a day. Yeah, just flowers, really. They're all growing on my balcony, so I just take them in and do them. Yeah.
Is last week's podcast on YouTube?
I put it on Substack. I was all rushed last Thursday because I had to get ready to go Friday morning.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't think I downloaded it onto YouTube.
I'll do
Yes,
it.
yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. No
Okay.
problem.
Yeah, it's
But
I went to see the Frida Kahlo on Sunday at
oh yeah.
yes, that one, and yeah, it was a very comprehensive big exhibition, and they had lots of other artists' work in it because it's really about how they've appropriated other artists. Other artists have appropriated Frida Kahlo, and in America, particularly with the Latino Americans, they sort of see us a bit of an icon, and they're claiming her as their own. But there was one of her, and you could tell it was her. It's the eyebrows meeting in the middle, and it's a picture of her, quite graphic. The black outlines. It was like Paul Harvey's work, Paul Yea's work of her. But it had her wearing, it had hoop earrings as a homegirl, as a sort of Chicago homegirl. So they had her in a sort of American baseball top and loop earrings, and then she had Diego, that sort of goth writing tattooed on her neck, and then it had her with a Trotsky on just above her shoulder, and to look like a sort of street girl, American street girl. She'd be an all-American street girl, and there was one with her wearing a Bart Simpson T-shirt as well, and I just thought, well, no, that's not what she was a very statement dresser, and she wore Mexican peasant dress too.
Yes.
I mean, she really wouldn't. She would have been against sort of American cultural imperialism, and
Sure, she was against it then. Yeah.
Yes, and she was part of the Mexican Revolution, and I thought it was just yes, you sort of like the tattoo on the neck, like you belong, a bit misogynistic of this artist. There was one I didn't really like much. Well, I just thought I couldn't see the point in it. Wasn't. I mean, another one was a portrait, a sort of photograph of this other artist, and she just completely dressed up as Frida Kahlo. And even with a little hand earring, type thing. And then another one was Tracy Emin, and she completely dressed up as Frida Kahlo, and she didn't put the eyebrows in, and she just looked like Tracy Emin posing as Frida Kahlo. I mean, in a way,
how bizarre.
Yeah, that's. There was one was quite moving. It was like two gay people with HIV/AIDS before they found the cures and stuff, and they were doing it as the two Fridas. They were taking it from that painting as the two Fridas with the sort of tube.
Yes.
And they were sitting
yes, I know which one. Yep.
Yeah, that was quite moving. Another one, I'm a Little Wounded Deer, was on the banner for a protest. So she's obviously the catch with the byword now is marginalised, so she appeals to LGBTQ and women and disabled people and Latin Americans or immigrants, and she's this sort of icon. So there was lots of different artwork sort of about her, that other people have identified with her. So it was the making of an icon, it was called. So that
wow.
There was lots of a lovely one by Helen Shapiro with lots and lots of flowers in the background and sort of colours, and a picture portrait of Frida Kahlo. Really lovely painting, very colourful. So I'm partly thinking of that one doing my flowers actually, but no, it was lots and lots of different artwork, shrines to her. It wasn't just Frida Kahlo's work; it was contemporary art. It was a really big comprehensive exhibition. But I was sort of complaining last week about the fact that they didn't like marketing her. And all the sort of souvenirification of, as they call it. What they had was actually employed Mexican craftspeople, quite indigenous artists to make stuff about Frida Kahlo and did their own designs specifically for that show. So they were encouraging like local Mexican crafts and artisans, and then they put them on sale in the shop, and they were about £30 or £50, so they're quite expensive. But they were unique, and they were in the cabinet on show, and so I think they were trying to do something a little bit more sort of not so commercial and just like tea towels, all the usual stuff. So this
right.
Trying to be a bit more,
So these were little paintings that were in the shop that were hand done by other artists.
Other Mexican crafts. Trying to encourage local crafts and be a little bit more.
Okay.
Yes, a little bit more, better than rather than just going for the usual print-offs of Frida Kahlo. But they did have a cabinet showing all things like you could buy with Frida Kahlo, like notebooks, sketchbooks, like the one I showed you, and wine, bottles of wine and stuff with a label on the Frida Kahlo. Yeah, it was a really
the Frida Kahlo Walmart collection pretty soon. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But I just thought, well, she was that. She was that statement dresser, and I just the one I didn't like was about putting her in the Bart Simpson T-shirt, saying, "Oh, well, Latino American, we're going to kind of claiming her as," but she just wouldn't wear that. She wouldn't wear baseball, football. I couldn't see her doing that.
No, of course not. No.
It didn't seem to sort of investigate her, what she was about. I think it's like, oh, she was Latin American, so we're going to claim her as our own, and we're going to make her sort of like this Chicago home girl.
It's funny how these things are supposed to be anti-racist.
Well, I just thought it didn't really, it wasn't really what she was about. So
they're going to misinterpret all of us anyway. If anybody, if fame or no fame, our great
Yeah.
grandkids or whatever are going to be like missing who I was for sure. But oh well.
Yes, I know, I know. I just, yeah. I mean, at least it wasn't. I think they tried to be a bit more careful about what they were selling in the shop, and they were aware of that sort of commercialisation of her. So no, it was a good exhibition. It
So how
was
many paintings were hers, do you think? That you've got to see?
quite a lot of them. About 2/3, I would say. About 2/3 are actually
Was anything
hers.
about the exhibition good apart from Frida Kahlo's paintings?
Yes, actually, some of the other paintings.
What was the stuff you liked?
Helen Shapiro's painting of Frida Kahlo was lovely with all the. It was a really big, colourful paintings. Yeah, some of the one of the two Fridas by the gay couple with HIV. That was a good picture. There was other ones. Yeah, there's quite a lot. I thought
Nice.
were quite good. Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
check it out online, see if I can see some of it.
Yeah, so they'll
Sometimes,
put
the
it
tape might show
online.
a couple.
Yes. Also, the stuff that the souvenirification and the crafts people making items for that show specifically, I thought they were quite good. The things they made were quite good. So there was stuff I did like in it. It was just that one by that artist I thought was a bit missed the point about Frida Kahlo. It wasn't really what she was about. I thought that was, it was. But yeah, it's. Yeah,
Did she have any kind of avenue for her paintings while she was alive?
Um, well, she obviously was married to Diego Rivera, so she would have known contacts in the art world that way, and so
the surrealist liked her
a lot. But although she said that she wasn't a surrealist, she said famous quote. She said, "They said I painted my dream. She said I painted my reality. She said I wasn't a painter."
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, very. And Breton also saw as very exotic, and he was, a ribbon around a bomb was the quote, a very famous quote that he used to describe her, and she said that really what he saw as exotic was really her Mexican heritage. He just she was a cultured Mexican, so that's the difference. I mean, he would have seen it all quite exotic and the femme enfant, and the sorceress or the witch or the exotic creature, and it was just unfamiliar to him. She knew. I mean, she said, "This is my Mexican heritage that I'm painting, and it's her reality." So she didn't really get on with the surrealist.
I think she found that whole Parisian cafe lifestyle quite irritating.
She did.
She didn't have time for it at all. Yeah. All these kind of pretentious poetry types who spent all day not really doing very much. I can understand why she got sick of it quite quickly.
She didn't really get on with them, no.
Right. Well, she lived here in the U.S. for a while, right? And she lived in Mexico, U.S.
Because Diego Rivera was coming to America, and he was commissioned by quite wealthy, I think,
Rockefeller.
Right? Yeah, car manufacturers. Do you know which one it was? To do murals and paint murals.
Oh, I remember he was doing a mural in the Rockefeller Center, I thought, right?
Yes, yeah.
In New York City. But
yes, I mean, so she came with him, and she did a painting. Actually, I've got it here about because it was her feelings about America, and she did do paintings about her experiences, her feelings about. This is the whole point. I mean, here it is. This is her feeling. If you hold that up, this is her feeling that it's about how she felt about being in like two different worlds in America.
Yep, I've seen that. I know that.
So that's visiting
the industrialization of the U.S.
Yes, so
the Detroit.
She was quite critical of the US, really. She. But one of the things, I think Diego got into trouble because he put a picture of Trotsky, or I think it was Trotsky, in one of his or was it? I said Marx or Lenin. I think it might be Lenin actually, in one of his murals, and he had to. He had this sort of wealthy. It was commissioned by this car manufacturer, I think. He had to take it out again, or something. There was a bit of a fuss about that.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes. It was. I think it was Lenin.
Yeah, it was Lenin. Yeah. So that's another thing. But
well, something I looked. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's good to see her her sort of her what she's her legacy really. That's the thing. It was very good to see that, and yeah,
I've learned. Yeah, she was very. Yeah, I learned about when I was at the festival. It's a little bit of a not a segue, but a non sequitur. That I stand out like Frida Kahlo would stand out in a New York City boardroom. I stand out in a music festival as the white, straight, normal guy with the button down shirts. I mean, I must have looked like the FBI walking around. And I said, one thing I learned with Rose, I told Rose is I got to start changing. I got to start embellishing my look a little bit. I got to start looking like the artist because they just think I'm an accountant for God.
If you don't mind me saying, I think you'll be FBI. Just dab dancing, as it's called, dab dancing. That's all it is.
I look so much like what do you call him, a narc or whatever. It was oh well.
That one actually was I think that was a photographer took for Vogue magazine, an English photographer. I can't remember his name, but that was she had an affair with him. I mean, she had quite. You see, this is the other thing with Diego on her neck. I mean, it was Diego and Trotsky were obviously her lovers, but she had affairs with lots of other. I mean, she had an affair with the guy who took that picture as well. So,
that was their relationship, though, wasn't it? They weren't. Neither of them were loyal.
So yeah. So I mean, really, that's
You guys have do you have gambling in the
Nick,
UK?
Have what? Sorry.
Do you have gambling in the UK?
Gambling.
Yeah.
Like legalized gambling?
Yes, we do. Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because we just started to get this now. As far as the Native Americans always have had it, but now it's on TV and you could bet on anything now. I mean, is that how it is there too?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all legal here.
It's all legal. We have betting shops.
Well, I mean, you could create your own bet. Like I bet that it's going to rain tomorrow in Detroit. And people can. It's the strangest thing for me. So we should make some sort of gambling setup to see which one of us will get on the cover of Vogue first, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If it happens to one of us, it will happen to all three of us.
Okay, the Black Ivory, right?
Yeah,
okay. We should start doing some photo shoots, and we'll send them the photos. That's what like something like Andy Warhol would do, just send them all.
We've got a new album coming out, Emma. It's called Class. It's with the Printers. Got a new album coming. It's most of the songs on Studious, with most of the songs on Owl in one album.
All done again, or just brought over to the new one?
Well, it's Owl has I can't remember how many songs. All in all, Owl and Studious are 27 songs.
Wow.
And I cut out 5 so they fit on one CD. And they're with the Printers now. And I'm trying to just put to rest that batch of songs so I can clear my mind.
That's good.
I was never satisfied with any one of our albums. So what I've done, I've made one album of my favourite 2, and I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? Because there's things that aren't on Studious which I regret aren't on Studious, and there's things that are on others which I think probably shouldn't be there. So I think I've got it down now to the final representation of those songs, and now hopefully Emma, we can do our new songs. Get the next ones out.
Did you keep Maiden Alice?
No, that one got the chop.
Nice. Oh,
yeah,
that's a shame. That's quite a good one.
I mean, it still exists.
Yes,
yeah, it just isn't on Class. Maiden Alice went. I can't remember what others went, but yeah. But Class, I think, is the best we're gonna get out of those recordings.
Yeah.
Class or Glass? Glass.
CLASS.
Yeah, Class.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did the same kind of thing as I sit around and I have all these published books. And now that we have a digital world, I go, if I have time, which I don't anymore, but when I did have time, I would just edit them and republish them, edit them and republish them. And, and just keep, because it's all print on demand. So, you could have that option.
I think that's a good thing to do. A lot of the time, it can be. Most of the time, I think it's done badly because the person doing it they're only doing it for self-conscious reasons rather than artistic reasons. But I think it can be done well if you are doing it in the right way for the right reasons. You know what I mean?
Well, my reasons usually were like just actually grammatical mostly, because
Yeah.
I just want to make
To
sure.
make it
Oh, I
better.
didn't have a period there. It's like things like that. It's like because I remember in the old days, I just wanted to print, and Rose was a printer, and she would always say, "No, wait, just keep reading it, keep playing with it," and she taught me how to edit, and it made all the difference in the world because I usually by the time it goes to the printers, I was happy with it, for the most part.
That's the test. If you're still happy with it, the morning after you sent it to the printers, because that's my thing. Is I wake up and think, what?
Oh yeah,
Shin detonator.
You did wake up thinking I should have done that. I didn't say that, did I? Yeah, that's it. So that's the good thing. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
But yeah, it's the second edition of Shin Detonator, which is the real one. The first one was just I wanted to get it printed, so I did it too quickly. And then the second one, that's the proper one.
Yeah.
Right. How many did you print the first time?
Just two.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, right. So how many did I get printed?
No, how many did you print? Meaning, what was your print run?
Oh, less than 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't. Yeah. I'm old enough where I didn't. There was no print on demand yet when I first started publishing, and I had to go to an actual printer, and it was incredibly expensive because I only wanted a 200 run, and if I did a 20,000 run, it would have been, $1 a book. But so you can imagine how much I paid. Way too much for 200 books. I ended up paying like $8 a book, you know what I mean, or something like that. So it was just vanity. It was like, why did I do that? And then when print on demand came, I was like, this is great because
well, you got to build up from somewhere. You know what I mean? It's like the first anything you do. I imagine. Most things you do in business will run at a loss initially, and then you will start to if you can use those losses to recoup the money somehow through, like, let's say you paid $8 per book. Okay, well, let's say I sell 10% of them and get at least some of the money back. Then the word will get out about me, and I'll get some interest. So over time, that investment you might get back, but then it's not until the ball starts moving and you're working with bigger numbers that you can start doing things that are instantly profitable. But you've got to go through that. I mean, most bands' first tours are a money pit.
Oh yeah.
I was listening to Buzz from the Melvins in an interview, and their first tour, they're only like, I don't know, like 19, 20 years old, I think. Their first tour, I think they lost $800 for in 19, I don't know, let's say early 80s.
Yeah.
You're teenagers with no money. That's a lot of money to lose.
Mm-hmm.
But look at them now. Look at them now. 50 years later, they're still doing it. But now the ball's rolling. You just got to go through those early stages of struggle.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Right, and then there's a struggle right now. I don't know. I can't speak for him, but I can see it pretty much with my daughter's boyfriend. He's really a great writer and composer of music and an amazing performer. Right, he does a really good job. He's dedicated to music. He's truly dedicated to the art of it, and in the sense that he just does odd jobs to make ends meet. But his band members who are amazingly talented, but they're not the writers. He's the writer. He writes all the music. They got the real jobs. They're not the real jobs. The sound paying jobs, and the families start coming, and then that's you're hitting 40, and everybody's drifting. So those are the stories of so many bands that can't hold it together because of that. Because
Yes.
of
Yeah.
the pressures are so strong. Yeah.
If you're dependent on 3 or 4 other people, then you can't hang around. You've got to make it happen fast because
Yeah,
life's gonna get in the way for one of those people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think Bon Jovi's drummer was in that situation. I think Bon Jovi's drummer was significantly older than the others in the band, and I think he had like a wife and kids and stuff. And the other members of Bon Jovi were young, free, and single. And he had to go home to his wife and say, "Look, um, I just believe in this band."
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And fortunately for him, the band took off. But you know, like I say, with what we're doing, again, we're quite fortunate because we're quite stable. We've got no more kids coming, and we've got a bit of time and a bit of security.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
So that's one good
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, is it? Yeah. For me, I'm fine. I'm good for the rest. I got 20 years to make 20,000 paintings, so I'm all set. I got just keep me alive.
Yes. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So that's good. You set yourself a target of how many
That's
you
just one
want.
aspect, and then there's all the other stuff I have to keep up with and do
Yeah.
and find. You know, I still got to get out and put myself out there this summer, and I've been so lazy and lax, so I got to just bring the
Yeah.
bring the art out to Rochester and do free art, freeze art. I got to find I got to find my niche, and
Yeah.
you know, like that lady that wanted the person online who's going to do an interview for me. Maybe that's going to end up being how it is because I don't have the Camden free flow of
Yeah.
people to interview. Maybe it's going to be a situation where, look, you know, that might even be okay. You know, if you're local, I'll come down and we'll make the trade. Give me some
Yeah.
olive oil and do an interview, and that's what we're going to do. You know, that's how we're going to do it and
Your
put it together that way.
university. Your
I
university.
think if you're in near you've got attached to university, that might be a very good outlet. That might be a very good
Oh, I'll be
thing
yes.
in there.
Right now
Yeah.
it's empty. There's nobody there, but I will be doing
Yeah.
it. It's summertime now, so kids are all
Yeah.
gone. But
You've got that monopoly.
Yeah.
You will be the guy that everyone at that university is talking about,
right,
and
that's
they're
true.
all young. Um,
They're on social media. Bang, 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 bang,
yeah,
bang.
Yeah, and they will sort of
I
yeah,
told you when I had
they
that
will do a
last.
lot of your
Yeah,
advertising for you really by if you do that, they all get onto social media about you.
when I
I
was
And
did it
they,
last
was
time.
right.
Yeah,
yeah, because it's the sort of thing they want to study, and I've had people come up, with Stoicism and saying I do study Stoicism's my art. We would like to do. Well, one lady was a tutor at art college and came up to me doing Stoicism protest and said I like to tell my students about Stoicism and
nice.
yeah, so that's it's part of art history, so yeah,
I
so.
would have to make friends with the art teachers and stuff.
I think yeah. So yeah, how do you get on with them? I mean, are you friends with them?
Well, yeah, it's funny you should say it because I know a lot of people in the same circles because it's a small town. It's a college town, and a couple of them. And here's what it seems like: there's adjunct professors, and then there's full time professors. Adjunct is it's they don't get all the benefits. They kind of get like an hourly wage. They have
Yeah.
no security with the job. They could be
Oh,
fired
okay.
like that. And then
Yeah.
there's the tenured professors. I get
Yes.
along. It seems like I get along very well with the adjunct professors.
Yes. Yes.
It's just something about the tenured professors. They seem to be a little bit aloof. They're all pining for that gallery break,
Dedicated.
and
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
they're so much into the established groove of things that
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
almost like they don't want to hang around with riffraff. But the
No,
adjuncts,
no, okay. I know it's like that with hospitals in England. You get people that are. I mean, it is unfair because you get the people who are sort of tenured and they're secure in their jobs, and then they keep bringing people who can just be fired the next day, and they're just temps, and they don't have that job security. So so obviously they're going to be more established, and yeah, they are probably very much the art establishment. You go with the people that is
right?
getting they're sort of the academic precariat, you might call them. Yes,
And it's
that's what
academic
you're.
too.
That
Yeah.
is that word precariat. Yeah, Yeah.
See, I always think of it as kids. If there were students right now watching this, every week us talking, they're going to learn so much. They're not going to learn it all, but they're going to learn a big chunk of what it's really like
Yeah.
to be, trying to make, doing studio art and make a
Yes.
living at it, or make a go at it.
Yeah. I mean,
This is
I've
an
always.
education. Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
class right here.
I was really pleased because I did sell a painting recently, and I hope it might lead to more sales. But I've always had to do other jobs, work in shops and doing cafe work and stuff It's just, yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Cleaning work.
I mean, is there
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah.
Is there anything that would help you in Oswego University doing something in collaboration with me in London?
I can think on that. What do
Yeah,
you
think
think?
about that. Yeah, because that would be great. Because in a way, I know that I have more people walking past me than you'll have, but you've got a captive audience of same chunk of people, again, young, energetic people who are probably, they're looking for something interesting in life. They're not just walking around looking for where the ice cream man is. You've got a good
Right.
audience there.
Yeah.
And with the lecturers, and they teach their class. I mean, I've had people come up to me who are teachers. Actually, they're actually in my interviews on YouTube. They say, I'm going to tell my students about this.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
whether
that's
they're
nice.
primary school teachers or university teachers.
Yeah.
You might find that your more open-minded, short-term contract lecturers might have a way of joining up Oswego with me and Camden in some way.
Absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
I will keep that. Tomorrow I'm going to tomorrow night my friend has an opening. I didn't even talk about him at all. He's got a little art show here in town, and he used to be a gallery director. He's he started off as a security guard in a museum, and he's just awesome on so many levels. He's a painter, and there's gonna be a lot of people there tomorrow night, and a lot of professors and stuff. So
I'll,
That'd be a good place to make contacts and circulate.
yeah.
Yeah, it would be good. Yeah.
Well, I can't bring the freeze art there because that would be kind of. I think that's his space. I don't want to.
sure.
Oh, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talk about it. Sure.
Oh, I'll be
But
talking
you
about it
can't
for
turn
sure.
up with a picnic table and start.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
Right.
you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't really go to someone else's show and promote your own stuff because
Well, you
No,
can do your own stuff.
but he's my friend. I could do it, and he'd be really mad, but I don't care.
Yeah, of course. No, that's not on. That isn't on at all. I mean,
You can talk about it.
You can talk about it, but
about
not sort of set up your own.
I will be talking about it, and I talk about it online, and I have locally, all the people on Facebook, they talk with me back and forth, and like. But I wanted to say about the young people, they are enthusiastic. That day I was out. That one day I did it. I could have gone on all day and got many, many more people. It's they're instantly glued to it when you set up in a university, and you have universities in London too. If you ever want to outside Camden on tour or Camden
Yeah,
on
no, I
location,
know what you mean, but I'm gonna stick to I'm gonna laser in on that one little thing.
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Right.
But no,
So,
I think you've got a really good opportunity to be the Oswego University Free Art Man.
well, it's not just Oswego. There's Rochester is a big city. There's more colleges there. You just have to just go do it. I mean, like that's the whole point. Just set up and go.
So how many universities are there within sort of striking distance to your house? Is Oswego, Rochester,
Syracuse. There's many. Syracuse University is a major school. It's right down the road.
So you could be a touring free art guy.
Yeah.
College campuses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Campuses. Yeah.
And there's so much to say about it. And that when you're talking about getting the short-term contract teachers, the adjuncts, you're right, because I've been asked many times. See, this is the shyness. I've been asked several times, not many, but several, by different professors to come talk. And I just say,
you've got a great setup. You've got a great setup.
Yeah. and I think Charles would really like that as well because I think he likes to sort of go into the academic circuit and to do that type of
Yeah, I
thing.
wish he could be my talking voice. Well,
Yeah,
anyway, Rose took some photos at the festival, and
yeah,
this is what young people do. She, she not her, but she took the photo. She hashtagged or at
yeah,
the band, and
yeah,
then the band puts, because they're really good photos. The band puts it up on their
yeah,
site and gives her
yeah,
credit, and all of
yeah.
a sudden she's getting all these people joining her Instagram.
There's a
So
lot of
it's
cross
it's
referencing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
cross
type of thing
referencing.
goes
Yeah.
on. Yeah, that's
and I
good.
experienced the same thing on that one day
Yeah,
in, when I was doing the free art here in Oswego. All of a sudden I
yeah,
had 5 to 10 new followers just for, and they still like my work. I watched
yeah,
them, I noticed them, and it was a really
You've
good,
got
solid contact.
Yeah, you've
yes,
got
yeah,
great opportunity there. I think you. I mean, it's obviously up to you because it's a big commitment in terms of your time and energy. But I think the opportunity, if you want it, to be the guy that goes around these campuses giving his art away for free,
I
is
don't
a
think I
great
want it as much as I need it. I
opportunity.
think I need to do it.
mm,
I can't just, I got to step out aside my comfort zone. So if I do that once a week,
yeah.
I can just,
That'd be
remember
very
that.
good.
The only reason I went to do it the last time in Oswego is because I'd said dare me, and you guys dared me, so I did it the next morning.
Yeah, yeah, that was good. But if you can make contacts, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, because I mean, it's I can't step outside my comfort zone at the moment because it's too hot.
Too hot.
Yeah,
It's
too hot.
it's way
It's
too
just
hot.
too hot to do it. But I once it cools down a bit, I'll be back out drawing and perhaps looking for different places to draw and do a
Right.
bit more. I was thinking that the other day because I go to the park and honestly those trees I know each tree now quite well because I've drawn them so many times. But I just did some undergrowth and I'm sort of looking at it. I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to do a picture. It's all very well to do a little picture. It's a nice, neat little picture, but I'm just going to draw undergrowth and scrub and just overgrown bushes and things, and just and see. And I think some of the best pictures by the Impressionists were like that sort of. I mean, there's one in the Fitzwilliam by Renoir, and it's just a blustery day with the grass, and it could be anywhere, and it's just a really wonderful picture of the clouds, and there's just nothing, no. Oh, that makes a nice tree to make a little picture from, and a nice composition. Nothing like that. It's just just quite a nondescript sort of just area scrubland. It's a really beautiful paint. So that's what I'm going to try and do a bit. So I'm getting, so that'll be a bit out of my comfort zone, really.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just too hot to do anything about anything at
When
the
is when
moment.
does it cool down? When does the cool season come so you can get out and
I
do that?
hope well, you see, they keep saying Sunday. It was going to last till Sunday. Now they say it's going to go into next week. Oh, I think if they just told us from the out, I think they're trying to let us know gently, and I think they're playing it down a lot. I think they're playing it down because last time it was like a red health warning, a red warning, which meant danger to life. And this time, I think they're sort of trying to play it all down a bit, and it's a bit. And I was watching the weather report, and there's the weather presenter looking at the temperatures, and she could see she was getting a bit agitated and a bit upset doing it. Even you could see that. So, I mean, what she's been told, about from the BBC. Just typical BBC attitude, play it all down. No, nothing to worry about. Don't panic. Keep carry on.
Carry on.
Like that.
Carry on regardless.
It's just that, yes, it's very, the wartime spirit attitude. Oh dear, yeah, but it is.
There's a TV show. Was there a TV show called Carry On Regardless?
Yes, yeah, it's like that.
There was a
Yeah,
film called Carry On
yeah, regardless.
Regardless.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
My
that
my
was my favourite. That was my favourite Carry On film. Carry On Regardless.
yeah.
Is that a black and white one where they're at the temping agency? Carry On
I
Regardless.
don't know. I don't know. It might. I don't know.
Yeah, they were brilliant, those films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend who's from the UK. He's here. He lives here now, and
Yeah.
he's great. He's, oh my god, what a character! But loves art. He's a great art buyer. He buys a lot of my paintings. So like, woo. But I had a song called "Carry On Regardless" by Van Morrison playing at one of my shows, and
Yeah.
he talked about it being a movie or whatever. He used to love it
Yeah.
when he was a kid. He said I thought he said he used to watch him on Saturday mornings or something. All right,
Yes,
well,
yes,
whatever.
they always have them on Saturday. They used to have them on Sunday. Yeah, they do, aren't
He
they?
was from
They
Manchester.
rerun them.
That's what it.
Yeah,
That's what.
they rerun them all the time. Yeah, yeah, they do. Yeah.
Well, we have
So
this
what's
year for the. What's up?
no? I was going to say what's on your to-do list for the week ahead.
I was just going to ask you that too. For me, what do you think? You can guess. It's probably not hard. 3 paintings
Yeah,
a day.
yeah, 3 pictures a day. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Um, I'm going to start wondering and planning how to store these now because they
yeah,
are oils, and I want to, you know, I'm more excited about storing them
yeah,
than showing them. What does that tell you?
yes,
Uh, and
yeah, yeah.
I write the titles in the back. I want to do 100 per box. So thinking of
You've
a
got
storage way
you've
of
got
doing
them
that.
in the vaults now. You're like the millionaires with them in the vaults now, and you've got your own. Yeah, that's it.
I
Yes,
put parchment paper in between them, which
yes,
is
yeah, yeah,
so they don't stick. They're
yeah.
probably going to end up being the paper's probably cheap, so it's going to end up disintegrating, which will make it even more funny. But well, we'll see what happens.
Do
How
you
about
do
you?
you have an urge to get rid of them, like sell them or give them away?
Oh, easily, yeah, of course. As long as I make them, I don't care if they're still with me. But I'm going
Right.
to, right? I mean, the archive is right here on Instagram and Facebook, and I also keep my own. It takes longer to catch up, but the Instagram, as long as that's still in business, you could see them all the way. Boom, 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 going.
Do you blur them and steam it them,
I can't
essency
keep
them?
up. I can't keep because you could. I do. It's a lot of work just to drag them and retitle them and put them on. So I threw up 10 just this
Hmm.
morning or last night on Steam. Steam it.
Oh, I haven't been on there recently. I'll have a look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just put up 10 random ones, but I have 40 in the past 2 weeks. So
Hmm.
it's like I got a lot. But what about you? What are you doing this week?
Right. I'm not doing Camden this weekend. I'm going to do work specifically oil paintings on canvas, acrylic paintings on canvas for my Etsy and eBay shops. Paintings on canvas. And I'm going to go to Camden as much as I can, looking for specifically big sheets of cardboard I can use for packaging. And I'm focusing on cash flow. So anything that will make me money through eBay and Etsy, I'm just going to push that.
Is there any other way of any internet app or something that could help bring money into your world? Do you
I've
do
got
you
my
know?
flow chart here.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
That you
Wow.
probably can't read it, but basically what it is in the middle, I've got eBay, Etsy, and PayPal donate. So that's the sort of where the money's going to be made, and then all these little things going into it are the Camden Market Free Art Man, crypto social sites, Blur, Steam It, and Essency, and regular social sites like TikTok and Instagram. I'm doing posters to put up at Camden with my URLs on and everything.
Nice.
Um, hopefully, when we're doing our new songs, hopefully soon,
Nice.
hopefully that means we can get some gigs, and that I think will be a good way to get money. We'll get them, especially because I'm getting printed copies of Class that should be here in the next few days, so we can sell those, and then hopefully, if I do artwork specifically for those, I can then start putting them into my Bandcamp shop and hopefully start getting some traffic that way. Do a fanzine, that magazine we're talking about, give that out at Camden, which can be done when I'm not there. I can leave them in local businesses. They'll all direct people to the site. Substack and my blog, try and build that up.
Wow.
Do 99p auctions. Do one painting a week, 99p no reserve on eBay, and I think that will get eyeballs onto my shop. YouTube, regular SEO, a press release for the local papers at Camden, which Charles has pretty much written for me. This podcast, hopefully this podcast I can use to get traffic. Yeah, and that last one is just the class album.
The Substack one, this is just a suggestion, is that's the one that you can actually get people to pay you, right? So
Yes.
so not to neglect that would be my suggestion. Meaning always you're always keeping up so well. Don't forget that one, because anyone that gives people that option to start giving you money, whether it's
Yeah.
$5 a month or whatever it is. I found it if I really pushed it, I think I could get more Substack people to help me out, and that's kind of like, I think what you're doing is a story that just keeps telling itself. I mean, it's just a great thing that
Yeah.
you're doing. So, it's a shtick for some people would really be loving that. So I think it's about getting your name out there through Substack somehow. So I'll do what I can do.
Yeah, I mean, I post all my blogs that I put on Eastern Blur, Steam it. I also put on my blog, and I also put them on Substack for unpaid subscribers, because I can't charge people for stuff that's freely available on other blogs. But what I should do, I think, on Substack, from what you said, is do content which is give someone a reason to subscribe, so they get something that the other guys aren't getting. That's what I'll do.
That's what I used to do when I first started it, and I found out it was so much work. So I said I wasn't getting the money back. The money wasn't coming in for me to justify it. But so much has changed in the past. I've been on Substack for 6 years, so a lot has changed.
Yeah.
So
And do you get much money from Substack after 6 years?
when I no, because I stopped doing what you just said, giving people special things. I just put up free, like social media. So I have some dedicated people. I don't get a lot of. I think I have 5 paid subscribers, maybe, but I know I could get more if I wanted to by just starting by asking. Let's go. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do this. It's a place to maybe I'd get somebody, but I'm confident in that. I'm just not very good at making the money as much as I'm confident.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll try it, and I'll report back to you how I get on. I mean, it won't take me long just to type up some stuff, and maybe some sort of digital download offer that someone might want. Just a
Spin
reason
detonator.
to give us a few quid.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's I just peruse Substack. There's some pretty lame stuff out there with people with a lot of subscribers. I mean, you have a captive audience in the art world because you're doing something that nobody else is doing. So it's just just having that breakthrough is going to be everything. Here, I'm going to give you guys a story, and then I'm going to run. It's a quick one.
Yeah.
I follow somebody on one of the social apps. I think it's Threads, and he's called the Artist Taxi Driver, and he's in. What's
It's in
that?
England. It's in
Yes.
England.
Yes.
Oh, I think I know because I watched this thing called the Crispin Flintoff show on YouTube, and I've seen him on that show. I've seen him on that thing, the Artist Taxi Driver. Apparently, he knows Crispin Flintoff. So you contacted him? You corresponded? Go on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I don't. He doesn't. He always had when I put something up, I get 1 like, 2 likes on Threads. It's never. No, I'm just not there. And this guy also had the same problem.
Yeah.
And he puts up stuff. He's very political. It's very political art.
Yeah.
And it's very crude, naive art. I like to look at. That's what I like. And so he'll take the Daily Mail or whatever and gesso it and write something that he wants to say about the world. So he gets no no love.
Yeah.
Yesterday or 2 days ago, I was just looking at his stuff. Finally, somebody hit it. He had 13,000 likes.
Really? Oh,
He went from 1 to 2 likes a day, like you and I get, Edgeworth, on Threads, right, to 13,000 because of he got political and it was something about FIFA, and
FIFA,
FIFA, sorry,
yeah.
and it was enough to make all these people just jump to art, and they loved it. He instantly put his a link to his PayPal Etsy, and I'm
Yeah.
sure he sold it. I'm sure he sold it. But it was that one breakthrough, and he really doesn't have a shtick. You know, he doesn't have what you have. He doesn't have something that he's not broken through with anything new. You know,
Yeah.
painting newspapers isn't new. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm just saying you already have it. You just need that one
I'm just
viral
thinking of a
thing.
breakthrough. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to get this painting done next week. The one that I should be
oh,
working on,
just to
and
add
then
more
I'm
to
going to
that
start.
story, he
Yeah.
he had other paintings about, and he put little pigeons up, and he says whatever it says, billionaires don't love billionaires, love pigeons. It was something completely
Yeah. Yeah.
meaningless. He got
Yeah.
5,000 likes for that because he got the
Wow.
13,000 likes and all these new followers,
Yeah.
and I'm sure he's doing well now on Etsy. That's all.
Oh, that's
So
really good. Yeah, that's a good story.
Well,
Yeah, that's great.
makes you realise how you can plan everything and it'll be something you would never imagine.
Yeah, you don't know.
that's exactly what I got out of it.
It's obviously caught the moment with the FIFA thing.
You just got to
hasn't it?
be there, at least be there. So my thing is, I need to be at Camden.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I'm there, that's half the battle.
Yeah.
Like I say, I'm not standing out there in a heat wave, but
No.
But when I can, I'll get out there and.
And you too, Emma. Get out there.
Well, I need to get that painting. I'll get next week. I'm gonna, because I won't have the heat wave as an excuse. So I'll definitely get that painting finished and start on the next one. That's what I'm gonna definitely do next week. And then at the end of the week, I'm actually going quite political. I'm actually hoping to go to a Marxist day school. I've got to read this book that I bought. This person I know has written this really good book about revolutions. I've got to finish that book by the end of next week because I'm going to a discussion group about it at the end of next Sunday. And so that's what I've got to get that read. I've got to read that as well. So that's the target I've got to set myself by the end.
And what's the big payoff for this, Emma?
No, not a lot. But I've got to get it done. That's what I've set myself now. And then I make a start on the next one. This next painting, I just can't do it at the moment because it's too hot. But I've got to get on with this painting, so I will do next week.
That's good. Art for art's sake.
Yes,
but you do. I'm going to get 5. I'm going to get 5 interviews by next week.
That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But that's great. The artist taxi driver, because I do know you talk. I have seen them on Kristen Flintoff. He's quite political show. Yeah, so that's quite good. Yeah, so
it's good to make lists. It's good to have specific goals.
Yeah,
and it's good to have these weekly get-togethers. Yeah. Where we face our successes and failures.
Yes.
Where we face the music, right?
Yeah. So what about that thing you said you were going to do last week, Edgeworth? I haven't quite got around to that one yet.
Yeah.
No, you're on board. All right, gangs, keep cool.
Keep cool.
I don't miss.
Yeah. Good luck with
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
See you later on.
Okay.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.